Hi guys, welcome to Manhood Explained. My name is Kamil. Today is 25th of August 2020. Welcome to video number 242. Today I want to talk about kind of self-confidence because so many of us when I meet you guys, so many of us are missing this. And we're trying to get it somehow, but we struggle with it. And I've seen people, being 25 and being 55 and still struggling with the same thing. So let's talk about self-confidence and how to become a smart guy, at least in the eyes of others, even if you're not really one. So first of all, let's start with one thing, that the way that other people look at you is their own kind of the way they perceive you. It many times have nothing to do with you, nothing to do with who you really are, nothing with what do you think, what do you stand for. Many times people will think about you just because they think about you that way. So first of all, I really kind of suggest to stop overthinking and over worrying what other people say about you, because in many times you will see that they'll think what they think, and even if you try, you won't be able to change their minds. But to feel successful in that area yourself, to feel like a smart guy, you will have to know how to kind of market yourself, how to show yourself, who do you have to be in front of other people so they'll think that you're smart. And there's tons of ways of achieving this, but I want to look at one very specific thing today. Because first of all, I want you to kind of think about, what do you think about subjects that everybody talks about? And we can start with whatever is happening right now in the world. Like, I don't know, what do you think about this whole virus thing, about this social distancing, or this or that? What do you think about something different? Like, I don't know, flat Earth. Is it flat? Is it round? What do you think? And then what do you think about tons of other things? Are you pro-life or pro-choice? Are you a religious person? What do you think about Christianity? What do you think about Islam? Maybe you're atheist and you don't think about it at all. You kind of against any form of religion. I want you to be able to kind of look at yourself from outside perspective. And listen, you don't have to have a deep knowledge about everything that happens in life, because you won't. But I want you to have some kind of idea, what do you want, what you stand for. Because there's no worse situation that you can find yourself in when you talk to other people, when you talk maybe to the girl that you're really interested in, or you're just there with your wife, meeting someone new or her friends. They ask you a simple question of whatever's going on, and you're just not able to answer any question. You're not able to say whatever they ask you, even if it's like the simplest thing, because you don't really have idea. You don't really care. It's nothing. It's terrible situation to meet a person who has no idea, no their own view on subjects, even if it would be simple. But if you ask someone, a few different topics and they are not able to answer, they're just simply boring. And one of the things that I kind of face a lot with you guys, you are boring. There's no subject that we can talk about, or if you can talk about it, it's going to be something really benign and really stupid and really kind of not interesting. So how do you think other people will see you if you're this kind of person? And as I say, you don't have to know everything, but have your own idea. Or even if you're not sure, you can say, I was thinking about this or that approach. I'm not really sure, just testing the waters. And that's even better than not being able to say anything. So first of all, have an idea, have your own saying on subjects that they show up. Point number 2, maybe you really don't care. Maybe, we're talking about religion, and you're saying, I'm atheist, I'm completely against all of that. Or maybe you have no idea because you don't care about, religion or non-religion or politics We start talking about what's going on in the world, and you say, I don't care. And it's good. But the one thing that you need to know about it is that you have to have an argument why this is your conscious decision that you reject being interested in that subject, why you decide to be an ignorant. Because you've got to understand, if we're in a group, we're talking about, let's say, I don't know, pro-choice and being pro-choice and pro-life. And if you're standing there and saying nothing, and you see that you don't really want to talk, you're just outside of this whole scope of conversation. But if I'll ask you, and you'll say, "Listen, I decided not to have my own, saying about this," because for me, when I see you guys talking, and in here maybe it's not so bad, but if you go outside, most of the people will not only disagree, but they'll try to fight each other. And anyone who's having something to say against what they think, it's going to be a open war. Just because that's the way they decide to kind of conquer anyone else who's having different opinion. And you may say, I would rather talk about something completely different and agree or have a normal conversation rather than talk about subjects that's going to divide us, because that's what's going on. And now, if you say something like this, I would respect you. Because, it's not about you knowing about some subject, but you having an opinion and being able to stand by it, to have an argument why you think this way. You may say, I'm not against religion, I'm not against atheism, but you guys fighting this war for so many years and for so many decades and millennia, people are arguing about it, where that leads you. So I decide not to talk about it. But if you want, I can talk about, I don't know, music. Because that seems like a subject that kind of rather puts people together, or groups people together, because we all feel the vibe, we all like the music. You can like this or that, but we all like music in general. And I would completely respect that. And that's how you kind of show yourself. That's how people perceive you, because that's how you let them see and hear what you've got to say. You don't have to agree with one side or the other, but you have to have your own stance, your own opinion, and be able to stand by it. So whether you have one or whether you consciously decide not to have one, always have an argument why this was your decision. And point number 3, kind of exactly being the argument that I used in point number 2, you've got to remember that the way you kind of share your ideas with others will tell more about you than the ideas itself. And that was something that I coined so many years ago, that even if I agree with you 100%, but if you're kind of sharing your idea in a bad way, I don't want to talk to you. I don't want to have anything to do with you. Because so many people have good ideas, but they attack everybody else, or they just try to divide and conquer just by using your own argument as an ammo in a conversation rather than something that we can talk about, and even if we disagree, have a great time. So if you're coming to the party and basically destroying it all just because you're so militant in what you think and with your opinions, I have nothing to do. I don't want to have anything to do with you. And this kind of way of kind of showing up in a group of people will be completely against what you try to achieve. Because maybe you will feel, and I saw this kind of ideas, you want to prop up your self-confidence, open your mouth, be loud about it. If you see intelligent people, it's never going to be taken as a self-confidence if you just yell what you think and attack people. Because if you do that, if you use negative emotions as an argument, it basically says that you're immature. So that's why you want to have an opinion, and you have to know why you have this opinion. You have to be able to defend it. If you don't have an opinion, and this is your conscious choice, you have to be able to defend why it makes sense that you decided not to have one. And if you tell people who you are by saying what you think and what is your opinion on life, be someone who is able to be delicate, be respectful, but having your own opinion and being able to defend it. The way you do it is more important than what you do. And if you take that into the ground, into the environment of relationships, it's completely the same thing. And all of those things will kind of play a role in your relationship as well. Because you can have a great time with your girl, with your wife, with your kids, or you can just argue about seemingly unimportant things that have completely no impact on your relationship. Like talking about, I don't know, religion or the pro-choice and this kind of things. If it doesn't, if it is not a problem in your relationship, why do you argue about it? It just shows your immaturity, because you fight about things which have no impact and it shouldn't be even a problem in your relationship, because it doesn't concern you. Why would you agree about that? Why would you argue about it? You know what I'm saying? So that's why have an opinion or don't have it, but be able to defend it, and then understand it's more important how you do things rather than what you really say. Because this is what I want you to take from this video. You probably know this saying that birds of a feather flocks together. You will attract people who are completely, or who are like you, who think the same way, who act the same way. So if you look at your life and say, I have no self-esteem, you probably surround yourself with the people who have no self-esteem. If you look at your life and say, I like I've seen people who are complete idiots. Look at yourself. Maybe you're acting like a complete idiot as well. Maybe you look at your friends and say, wow, all of them are so negative, so angry. Maybe you're the same way. Because, it's like this whole, biblical saying that you're going to reap what you sow. And it's like everything that you do in your life is going to come back to you. Life is like a karma. So that's why if you want to be intelligent guy, someone who has high self-esteem, have your own idea, be able to defend it, by understand even more that how you present it is more important even what you say. So be smart, be respectful, and then you'll be surprised how that will change the life and people that are around you. Especially if you completely disagree to any mediocrity, and accepting people who are against what you think and how you want to perceive, kind of go through life. So think about it and do something about it. Because whether you're going to be an idiot surrounded by idiots, whether you're going to be intelligent and respectful guy surrounded by intelligent and respectful people, will have to start with you. That's that simple. If you like this video, like, share, and comment. If you didn't, comment as well. Tell me what you think and what is your experience. And if there's anything you want me to talk about, just give me a shout and I'll be glad to do it for you. That being said, see you tomorrow.